Shalom, I'm Emily and welcome back to this week's News Bytes. This newsletter is called The Plot to Kill the King, and it is on John chapter 11 verse 45 through John chapter 12 verse 19. So, let's get started. From Eliyahu. Shalom, friends. It's nearly always the same story. When politicians are seeking office, promises abound and we are assured that candidate will be different than all the rest. That candidate will unselfishly do what is right for the people instead of the big money interest. That candidate will fight for the good of the country. Right. But what nearly always happens after the election and the honeymoon is over? All the promises are soon forgotten and business as usual prevails. Why is it like that? Why can't we have capable rulers who keep their word? Surely, out of the total population of any country, there must be some people with the qualities needed to govern effectively and equitably. Where are those people when we need them? What kind of a ruler am I talking about? Of course, a good ruler must be smart, wise, understanding, and strong. Someone who's good, who fears God above man, and, the sort of person who is motivated from within to do what's right, to do his duty. The ruler we need is not concerned with the optics of how things appear on the surface. The ruler judges according to the truth, getting to the bottom of every matter and acting with discernment and justice without regard to any sort of favoritism. While being kind and protecting the interest of the helpless and disadvantaged, he must also be strong enough to battle against evil and wickedness at every level. All of this cannot be occasional. This ruler must be someone who can be counted upon to always do the right thing. God sent a ruler to us exactly like that, and the existing power structure of this world plotted to kill him. Of course, I'm speaking of Yeshua Messiah, the rightful king of Israel and of all creation. What happened to him gives us the answer to the question, why can't we have capable rulers who do the right thing? The elite of this world have everything set up the way they want it, to funnel the lion's share of wealth and power to themselves. The last thing they want is to have a genuinely good person in power, of course. They prefer people who are selfish, vain, corrupt, and opportunistic. They can control those people with money and favors to get what they want, to preserve the status quo. Good people? If such a person rises up, they must be blocked, slandered, coerced, turned, or finally, killed. This is why truly righteous government is not possible in this world. Not ever. The whole world lies in the power of the evil one, said Yeshua. Fortunately for us, the rightful king, Yeshua, did not stay in the grave. Soon he will return, will clean out the self-serving nest of vipers and vermin that attempt to stand in the way of everything righteous, and finally we will have a righteous government prevailing over the entire globe. This is why you must not put your trust in the promises of this world, nor run after its glitz and glamour. It is all smoke and mirrors, deceptions constantly spewed out of every outlet available, all to deceive you into supporting the devil's system. We are in the world, but we must not be a part of the world. The righteous are aliens and strangers in this world, as were our patriarchs, prophets, and all of the righteous before us. The future that matters is not to be found in the present world, but in the world to come, when Messiah returns. Until then, it's all about doing his will. Remember these words. Don't love the world, neither the things that are in the world. If anyone loves the world, the Father's love is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, isn't the Father's, but is the world's. The world is passing away with its lust, but he who does Elohim's will remains forever. 1 John chapter 2, 15 through 17. The truth is more valuable and rare than the finest gold. Yahweh has preserved his truth in his word, so that we would have the truth as a light to guide us through all of the world's deceptions, ever onward in our precious relationship with him. I recently went over this meeting, and in it, Eliyahu goes into government, and I live in the US. Eliyahu started to define what country and nation mean, and Of course, we have the nation of Israel, which is what we're striving to walk in, living in our nation and coming together as a nation of Israel. And then we have our country that we live in. And like I said, I'm in the US. The USA is my country, I guess. And I don't hate it, but I have to call my countrymen the same people who think completely opposite of me, don't have the same morals, the same values. We don't find any of the same things important. For example, I haven't read like a full article on this, but our president here in the US called a strike on an important commander in Iran. And they were pretty upset, understandably. However, I was most surprised with the reactions from my countrymen, my fellows, the people in my country who live here. I saw online that certain people and a handful of celebrities were apologizing to Iran for the stupid, thoughtless actions of our stupid president, and that they were sorry that he killed their commander, who has undoubtedly killed citizens of this same country that they're in, that I'm in. And that made no sense to me, because we all share the same country. So shouldn't these people be loyal to a country instead of apologizing for the actions of this country? It was incredible to me. However, it's explained when you think about country being just sharing a piece of land. America is a lot of land. It's a big country. It has a lot of diverse people in it, of different backgrounds. It's great. However, I really shouldn't be surprised that I differ from all these other people, because we have nothing in common besides that we all live here. The difference between that and a nation does share a common ancestor, as we can find in the Table of Nations in the Torah. It's like a big family, and you're drawn together because you are a family, like your nation is your family. That automatically brings you together in a way that you wouldn't have conflict like what countrymen have. But it's very comforting to me, because when I'm really disappointed in the country I live in and the people that I have to share this country with, I just keep remembering that my nation is Israel. And I know that people who are also a part of Israel, obviously we value the same things. We value Yahweh, the Torah, we value Yeshua, we have a different set of morals than that. And what I'm trying to say is that it's just comforting to me that I have a nation, the nation of Israel. Even though I live in a flawed country with a flawed government, evil government, and I have to share it with less than delightful people. And plus, everyone's split nowadays on literally everything in this country. And if you're one of those people who get really into politics and whatnot, the elections are coming up, just remember, if you're part of the remnant of Israel, you're part of the remnant of Israel. Your nation is Israel. You don't need to get all passionate about America if you live in America. But if you don't get whole passionate about your own country, because every country has flaws. That's why we need to follow Yeshua and be part of his nation, not whatever our country is, or because that's the world. All right? Anyway, that's just all I wanted to share. It's kind of just what came into my head. So sorry if it was a little scatterbrained. But anyways, the meaning that went along with this is very good. Eliyahu explained it a lot better than I did. So if you like this video though, hit the like button. Thank you for joining me. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you aren't. And I'll see you next week. Here is the video, The Plot to Kill the King.